Vasyl high-tech Lomachenko versus Guillermo El Chacal Rigondeax. December 9th at the Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City. The fight will be taking place at 130 pounds. Finally, this fight is official. These two guys have been going back and forth talking trash for the last couple months. But actually, this fight was supposed to take place many years ago. But due to negotiation complications, it never happened. And the two fighters went their separate ways, conquering different weight classes. But now, it all comes down to December 9th. Both of these fighters are very similar. Both are speedy southpaws with amazing amateur backgrounds. The fighter that's getting the most attention and hype right now is Lomachenko. Loma has a lot of advantages going into this fight. He's got youth on his side at 29 years of age, and he's the much bigger fighter. He's accustomed to fighting at 130 pounds. While on the other side, Rigondeax's getting kind of old. He's about 36 years old, and he's a smaller fighter. He's used to fighting at about 122 pounds. But don't let Rigo's size fool you. He's actually the better puncher in this matchup. He sits down on his punches very well. The only issue with that is that he needs to set every time he punches. While Lomachenko, on the other hand, is more of a volume combination puncher. He punches on the move very easily. Another great thing about Lomachenko that stands out is that he can fight coming forward, going backward, side to side. He's very versatile and shows this in every fight. Shows a new wrinkle in every fight that he has. On the other hand, Rigondeax is more cautious. He throws one punch at a time. He's not used to being the aggressive fighter. He's more of a counterpuncher and waits for his opponents to come to him. Rigondeax is a very defensive fighter. He's always protecting his chin. Throughout his career, he's been knocked down several times, but has always gotten up and won in devastating fashion. But think about it. He's been knocked down by smaller men. What happens when he gets in there with Lomachenko, someone who can punch pretty decently? Whereas Lomachenko is used to getting hit by bigger guys. Guys that are known to be much bigger punchers. Rigondeax will do whatever it takes to win and protect his chin. Whether that means getting dirty, it doesn't matter. He's been known to use elbows in the fight, especially in clinches. One other thing to notice about Rigondeax is that he doesn't really attack the body much. If he wants to defeat Lomachenko, he's definitely going to have to invest to the body. He's also going to have to be more aggressive than usual and throw more punches than usual. Stylistically, this fight heavily favors Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko's fleet-footed footwork is going to give Rigondeax a lot of problems. I think he's going to come in and out with the attack and make Rigondeax feel very uncomfortable. I think Lomachenko doesn't really have to add anything to his game for this fight, whereas Rigondeax will have to be more aggressive and invest more to the body. I'm also not sure that Rigondeax can keep up with the pace that Lomachenko brings to the table. Lomachenko has taken on the much better opponents as of late compared to Rigondeax. The last good opponent that Rigondeax fought was in 2013 when he defeated Nonito Donaire. That's a long time without being tested. You got to take into consideration this fight's going to be at 130 pounds. Rigo's a devastating puncher at 122 pounds. Will that translate to 130? Another thing that you got to take in consideration is, why is the fight happening now? The big reason why the fight didn't happen previously is because Rigondeax wanted to catch weight, and Lomachenko wasn't having it. And at the age of 36 years old and going all the way up to 130 pounds, you gotta question Rigondeaux's motives. He's getting older. It's coming closer to the end of his career. Is he cashing out? Or does he legitimately think that he can take this young gun out? As for the fight, though, I see it being very tactical, especially the early rounds. But eventually, once Lomachenko gets in his groove, I feel that he's going to completely overwhelm Rigondeaux. Now, of course, Rigondeaux is going to have his moments in the fight. He's a very fast, sharp puncher, which is exactly the reason why Lomachenko can't get overly aggressive. But in the end, I think the size, volume, and angles are going to pose too much problems for Rigondeaux to solve. I'm also not that confident that Rigondeaux is going to do what he needs to do, which is get out of his comfort zone and work the body and be more aggressive, throw a lot more punches. But at the end of the day, this fight needed to happen. These two guys, for many years, have been on a collision course. When you have two of the best amateurs ever fighting in or around their weight classes, it only makes sense to make the fight happen. But with all the advantages in Lomachenko's corner, I wouldn't say this is a 50-50 fight. But I could definitely see either guy winning. If Rigondeaux wins, it's going to be by knockout, catching Lomachenko coming in recklessly. But as for my official prediction, I'm taking Vasyl Lomachenko to stop Guillermo Rigondeaux in under 11 rounds. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Real Boxing 100, out.